everyone, welcome to MOOC series, an initiative started by LJ University. This is Kaushika Patel, Assistant Professor from the Department of Pharmaceutical Technology. In this session, we are going to continue with our discussion on suppositories. So in the previous session, we had understood what is suppository and what are the different bases which are required for the preparation of the suppository. So let's revise. They are the solid or semi-solid dosage forms of different shapes and sizes which can be inserted into different body cavities for the local or systemic effect. So how to prepare the suppositories? So there are three different methods. First is the traditional method, that is the hand rolling method. Second is the small scale method which is preferred in the lab, that is fusion or molding method, and then there is the cold compression method which is preferred for the large scale production in the industry. So what is hand rolling method? In this method you have to roll the suppository by using the hand. So the base that is to be taken, it is converted into a proper damp mass, and then by using hand it is to be rolled, and that rolls have to be cut into the uniform size suppository. So this method, you can say, requires require expertise, and it also requires time, and it is not convenient for the large scale production. Then there is the fusion or molding method, in which you will require a mold. That mold can be stainless steel or plastic mold of different size. So there can be 6 cavities or 12 cavities or even more cavities in that mold. You have to pour the mass into the mold. You have to allow the suppositories to form by refrigeration, and then you have to demold them and pack them. So what are the different steps of fusion or molding method? First is you will melt the base by proper technique by heating on the water bath. Then you have to disperse or dissolve the drug in the base depending upon its solubility. Then that mixture is poured in the lubricated mold. After that, you have to allow that mold to solidify at the room temperature first for 5 minutes, and then you have to keep it in the refrigerator for further solidification for around 10 to 15 minutes. After that, the suppositories will be ready. You have to remove them, pack them, label, and dispense them. The technique may vary somewhat depending upon what type of base you are using, because some bases, they don't require refrigeration, some bases they require refrigeration for the formation. Third is the cold compression method. So as you can see in the image, you have to use a device in which there is a cylinder in the center. The mass is filled in that cylinder. There will be a piston, as you can see at the bottom, that by using that piston you have to apply force on that mass. So that force will push the suppository mass into the mold that is present at the top. The mass will take the shape of the mold due to the pressure which is applied by the piston, and finally due to the pressure the end plate which is present, it will be removed, and that suppositories will be dispensed in the collector. It will be collected in that collector, and then you have to dispense them properly. So now after the suppositories have been prepared by either of the method, the next step will be the packaging of the suppository. So conventionally or traditionally, we prefer to dispense the suppository in a partition box as shown in the image. So different types of partition boxes are available. You have to take individual suppository, wrap it properly by using butter paper or aluminium foil or any proper packaging device material, and then individually chocolate wrapped suppositories, they are kept in the partition box, and then they are dispensed. Nowadays, direct machines are used for packaging, in which you can go for alu and blister packaging can be used, or you can go for PVC or polyethylene packaging material also. So packaging becomes easier, and bulk manufacturing also becomes easier. You can also use molds. Directly molds are available for packaging. You have to pour the mass into this mold itself, refrigerate it, and then directly it is packed from the top and dispensed. So the manufacturing and packaging, it becomes simultaneous. Then comes labeling. Once you have packed the suppository, you have to label them properly. So for that, the general labeling instructions like the name, its quantity, how many number of suppositories you are filling in the packet, that details have to be mentioned. Its expiry date, manufacturing date, manufacturer, supplier, everything is mentioned on the label. Apart from that, you have to include auxiliary labeling conditions for the suppository, which is very important. So first of all, you have to write for external use only, or for rectal or vaginal use only, depending upon the body cavity for which you have to use that suppository. Next important is store in refrigerator. If you have cocoa butter or glycerogelatin base, then that must be stored in refrigerator throughout the shelf life. Macrogol base and emulsifying bases suppository, they can be stored at room temperature. You have to mention do not swallow because it is for insertion in the body cavity. Keep out of reach of children, and you can write the direction about how to insert that suppository in the specific cavity for the use. Okay, so this is everything about the suppository, how to prepare them and how to dispense them. I hope you have understood this topic very well. Thank you for listening to it patiently. For more updates, subscribe our YouTube channel Pharma Ignite. Press the bell icon for the notifications. Thank you.